Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the John and Ant Show. I'm John.
This is Ant.
And with Ryback in the building.
The real American.
The real American.
I want to debut a new nickname for the Ant-Man, though.
Oh. What's his new nickname?
He's Hawkeye.
Oh.
Or Eagle Eye.
I don't know. I really don't know which one to pick.
Eagle Eye.
Well, why?
Because today we were watching an awful Elimination Chamber match.
We'll get to that in a bit.
And, well, he wants to know why it's the nickname.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he noticed something that I don't think you did. Nobody would have noticed. Because he's got eagle eyes.
That's right. Well, with the aid of glasses.
Yeah.
But still.
It was 2009 Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Right?
It was the one
was the
featuring
first
Vladimir Kozlov.
Yes.
On the picture.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Of all people in that Elimination Chamber paper.
Kozlov.
Kozlov was the poster.
Eagle-eyed Ant-Man.
So either way, I noticed at one point during the Elimination Chamber match that Triple H clotheslines Jeff Hardy really hard at one point, and a blade pops out.
Yeah. Which is
I
odd
didn't even
because
notice
then it never gets used.
It never gets used because the ref picked it up. I noticed that too. I don't know if it popped out of somewhere Jeff Hardy would hide it, or
I think
it came out of Triple H's wristband, maybe. But yeah, it came out.
That is why you're the Eagle Eye.
That's right.
How was your guys' weekends, by the way?
It was pretty good, I think.
It was alright. I guess mine was.
Minus the snow and the blizzard conditions.
I didn't appreciate mine very much because Time Warner cable is garbage.
Uh-oh.
They are.
Generic
cable?
No. See, this is different because at least generic donut and coffee shop has a good product. Their product is good.
I never
Time
Warner
is trash.
I mean, Fios is pretty awesome.
Well, yes.
Fios is awesome.
They're a little misleading.
I've been through DirecTV. I've been through Fios.
I've had DirecTV.
I've been with Target.
Target.
Time Warner.
Target.
Time Warner. And
generic.
Their cable box is just atrocious. I've already gone back to switch it twice. No, 3 times. And now my standard box went out. So only my HD box is working right now.
It's all that adult entertainment you've been watching.
Yes. What are you doing, Ant?
Okay.
What are you doing, Ant, man?
Well, basically,
Eagle-eye.
what this means is, I gotta find out how I'm gonna catch Raw tonight. I'm probably gonna have to stream it or something, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I gotta wait for Time Warner to come on Wednesday to fix the box. It's just lame.
But you said you're gonna go to Fios, right?
Yes.
When your
Eventually, I'm gonna
contract's
switch back to
Go to
Fios.
Fios.
Yeah,
It's
my
not bad.
only thing with Fios, I got it. It's awesome.
Mhm.
It's just a little misleading.
In terms of like the bills and stuff.
No, the bills they're fine. It's their internet. You know how on the commercials it's like, oh, you could download a movie in 2 seconds.
Not really.
That's the problem. Is that may be true, but it only has to do with what website you're downloading from.
Yeah, there's
They might not
other things that factor into
They
it.
might not support that speed. So really, how are you gonna get a movie
It's
in
pretty
2
good all
seconds?
around, though.
Yeah, no, Fios is great. It's
It is.
when I had it, the HD quality is actually better than Time Warner's. It is. The Fios's HD really is the best. It is the clearest. Yeah, I didn't have any. The only problem I had with Fios was that they would repeatedly add things to my bill that I didn't order.
Oh.
So I would get my bill. It's higher than it should be, and I would call them up and ask them, why is this on my bill? Why are you asking me to pay for this when I didn't add it to it?
Right.
To the package, and they would just give me this bullcrap answer, and it happened just about every other month, and I couldn't put up with it anymore. But
Well, I've only had it for like 2 months, so
yeah, so we went to Time Warner because at the time it was a little cheaper, but now they're raising their prices, and I'm thinking, you know what? At
Might
this
as
rate,
well.
I might as well just put up with Fios.
Yeah.
So.
Might as
My
well.
only other problem with Fios is the remote.
Yeah.
Oh
For
my
the-
god!
for
No!
the TV, I
Do
just-
not complain about your remote because Time Warner remotes sometimes decide to not work.
Wow.
I'm pressing it over and over and over, no reaction. And when it does decide to work, it changes the channel like, if I press the button 100 times, like 10 minutes
It'll
before,
skip over.
it'll
channels
change
All of a
100
sudden,
times.
Yeah.
Like
My only
10
problem
minutes
is
later.
like with the controller, with new stuff you shouldn't press the buttons too hard.
Yeah.
Like over time, all that stuff wears down. You end up having to press it harder.
Mhm.
But it seems like with this, I kind of have to press it harder than I would like.
No,
with it
same
being
here.
a new controller.
Yeah.
Obviously, Friday with the storm, people had nothing to do, so might as well watch SmackDown.
That's the only reason
nice
anyone
segue.
watched SmackDown.
That's not true. It was a good show.
I didn't watch it.
I know we do a wrestling show with two guys who don't watch it.
I don't appreciate.
Don't watch the products that
No.
we're talking
No,
about.
I know why he didn't watch it.
Yes, because not only did Kane get buried, not only did Titus O'Neil get buried, but the 3MB got buried.
By Tensei.
Well, after Titus got buried, so did Cully.
I don't care. I don't care about Kelly.
It was
okay,
good.
Hawkeye.
It was good.
It's
It was a
okay,
good
Hawkeye.
It's Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye. Sorry.
It was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm glad I enjoyed it too.
So
I would have hated to have wasted 2 hours.
it starts off with Big Show walking into the ring, or he drives in a motor. He's in a motor coach, according to this, because I didn't watch SmackDown.
He was on his bus.
He was on his bus. Okay. And I guess Show asked the driver if the coast was clear.
He was a jerk to his bus driver. That was
He treats it. He said you're a generic heel. He's
He's
gonna be a jerk to everybody. He'd be a jerk to you.
He's almost as
How
generic.
can I stop him?
He's almost as generic as CM Punk telling the fans they don't matter.
Wow, that's almost. Would you read this before me? Show says this is unacceptable. He's tired of the way he's been treated.
Oh, there it is.
And then Booker T's got it out for him.
Yeah.
He's jealous that he's.
Oh, there's that too.
Booker T.
There's another part of the generic heel.
Be interesting if they do that though.
Mm-hmm.
The Booker T really is jealous of him.
So, we get Alberto Del Rio's been suspended. Why?
Because of his actions from Raw.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Well,
Continue on, John.
yes.
I'm sorry.
He can't read through the tears.
No, I can't. A little ridiculous that Alberto Del Rio is suspended.
It's not ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
He beat up a guy in a hotel room.
But that's funny.
There's a lot of
If
things.
someone just came through the door and beat you up, would you think it's okay? Maybe me and the
Yeah,
Ant-Man
well,
would laugh.
yeah, we
but
would
does that
laugh.
mean it's
Of course
okay?
you would.
Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, just because we're laughing doesn't mean the person wouldn't be like put in jail or something for assaulting.
You think you guys wouldn't help me?
No, I wouldn't.
Well,
I don't.
No, no. Guys are jerks, man.
maybe.
Anyway.
I wouldn't. Depending on how big the guy
You
was.
know, I'd be too distracted by my thirstiness that I wouldn't be able to help.
Yeah. I'd be too busy laughing.
I wish
I
I could
didn't
help
see
you.
anything. I didn't see this.
Thanks.
John fell a bunch of
You guys are
times.
true friends. Appreciate that. So, obviously, we got a Booker T and Big Show. They argue with each other, I guess, the way this is telling me.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous.
Well,
First match.
Let me ask you, Rob. Did you enjoy SmackDown more than TNA Impact last week? Oh. Tough one, huh? Oh, speaking of which, I read some spoilers about an upcoming edition of Impact. And guess what the X Division match is? Kenny King versus Zema Ion. Because we need another one of those.
I know we do.
Oh, and guess what? The pay-per-view match for the X Division will probably be Kenny King versus Zema Ion.
Go figure.
With RVD.
And Christian York.
Maybe.
To bring him back.
Christian York. First match, we have Kofi versus Cody Rhodes. Rob?
This is where Cody won.
Yes, he did.
Which is surprising.
Hooray!
Because I don't know what they're doing with these guys.
I don't know. Kofi
Yeah,
is...
these two guys are in limbo or
I
something.
don't know what they're doing with these two guys.
Yeah.
Like, not even together, just separate from
This
one
is
another. I don't understand.
right. It's one of those rare cases where when like Kofi Kingston and Cody Rhodes, you actually really don't know who's going to win that match.
Yeah.
Because you get a match
Against other people.
Yeah, like let's say Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan. You know Sheamus is going to win because he's the main eventer right
Yes.
now. Ryback versus
JTG.
JTG. Obviously.
TG!
That's too. I see what you're.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or even the
Kane.
Sheamus versus Kane match.
Yeah.
You know, even though Kane had a good showing, we knew Sheamus wasn't going to lose to Kane.
Right.
But this match right here, Kofi Kingston versus Cody Rhodes.
All right,
Both
Cody.
guys in limbo, just out of a tag team, really. Well, not really. Kofi's been out of his for a while. But,
So they give him the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title again.
Right.
Here's something for you to do.
Put him back in a tag team
Yeah.
for a year.
When's Evan Bourne coming back?
I don't know.
Never.
I don't know.
Anyway.
He's not, because Adrian Neville's going to take his
Yes.
place.
Yeah, it's over.
Yes. Next,
Like
we
a
get a
superstar.
promo in the back from Bryan and Kane.
Oh, what?
Promo, I guess, from Bryan and Kane.
Okay.
Rob, any
It was
good?
funny. It was alright.
Typical Daniel Bryan and Kane promo.
Yeah. They're using,
Typical doesn't always mean bad.
Yeah, they're
No.
using their training against each other pretty much.
I got you.
Terminologies and stuff.
Hold your breath, buddy.
Something about how their
Hey, no, I
friendship
told
Hold
you.
your
I
breath.
really don't give a crap about anything that goes on.
their
on this,
friendship means more than any title or something.
Is that what they said?
That's what Kane said, and then D. Bry's like, really? I said, no!
Wow.
No. So next we get a video package for Bruno Sammartino. Yay!
Yay.
Next we get
Still
the
more exciting than Bob Back.
Great Khali with Hornswoggle and Natalia versus
Yay.
Titus O'Neil.
Yay! For you guys. Or not so good.
Anthony, you look like you're
This is just the pinnacle of a terrible episode.
Rob, you want to say who won the match?
I know who won the match.
Oh,
So
Khali
they're
won.
great.
we
Khali.
went over the spoilers last week, and I have to relive this garbage again.
What's interesting
some
though,
reason.
What's interesting though is after Khali won, Mark Henry came out.
Yeah, the Hall of Pain's back open.
I told you that. I told you that with our Raw review.
Holy
I do remember.
stupid.
that.
He came
Stupidity.
out, destroyed Khali, and
Yes.
said he wanted in the chamber.
So I know he's victims of the Hall of Pain are Face Kane, Face Big Show.
Everybody.
He killed Vladimir Kozlov
That was
a few years
a
ago.
while ago. Yeah.
And Randy Orton, I believe, was added at one point too, right?
They had a good match, Hell in a Cell.
I think so.
I think everybody thought Orton was gonna win, and I was like, no, Mark Henry's gonna win this one,
Right.
and he did.
And cleanly too.
He did. He wants in the Elimination Chamber, but Booker T's got a good a reason behind not just adding him in. Okay, you'd think obvious.
Well, eventually Jack Swagger's gonna be put in.
This has to do with Mark Henry though.
Yeah, well,
We're talking about Mark Henry.
who cares?
I care.
It's Fat Henry.
I care. And Booker T's argument is, you've been on the shelf for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you come in and destroy a bunch of guys, which this is where the faulty logic comes in.
No.
But can you still go? Well, obviously he's destroying guys. He can still go.
Yeah.
So he puts him in a match against Orton.
Uh-huh.
And whoever wins, if he wins,
He
He's in.
qualifies for the elimination.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess that was the next promo right after he
it was on the same segment, yeah.
destroys Khali, which
Yeah.
kind of makes you happy, right?
He said
No, it
that
doesn't, because
if
I
he
don't care.
wasn't put
I don't care what happens to Mark Henry and Khali. Titus O'Neil
If he doesn't get put in, he's going to go in the locker room and destroy everybody.
was buried.
Oh, come on!
Until there's only him left standing.
I want
And there is
to
no
see Mark
elimination
Henry
chamber.
face everybody. I want to see.
Wouldn't that be a good backstage segment? You just see him going and destroying people in the locker room.
He'd get his
Just
butt
like on
kicked.
a-
If they're gonna push him, which they're not, but if they were to, that'd be the way to do it.
Oh, it would be.
Just see, oh man, camera guy is not ready in the background. I mean, backstage, running into a locker room with everybody laid out,
What's going on?
and Mark Henry just throwing a small guy into the lockers.
Rey Mysterio.
An
remember
injured Tyson Kidd into the lockers.
Re-injuring him
Yeah.
so that JG can still have his solo career.
Well, you were happy a little bit. Now you're gonna get depressed again. Big Show
I was
versus
not happy at all.
Big Show versus Kane.
Why don't you just skip this? Because it's quick. It's described as quick.
It wasn't that quick.
No.
Like I said, you never know.
It shouldn't even hurt because he's wearing a mask.
It's one person's take on the event. The spoilers.
Yes.
And like I said, you can't always just go by it.
No, it's ridiculous.
They're
because
obviously not going to get the finishes wrong, but as far as if it was quick or not, that's all a matter of how you feel during the match.
it's stupid.
Like Undertaker's matches at Mania, a lot of them are short.
Mm-hmm.
They feel long because they're boring.
Well, they're boring, and his entrance takes forever.
Well, aside from the
Takes like
entrance,
20 minutes.
Aside from the entrance, his older matches, you go back and watch them. They're really boring. and they feel like they're long, but they're less than 10 minutes. They're not long matches.
Yeah. No, I do remember. I went back to an old match of his a few months ago. The Undertaker Psycho Sid at WrestleMania 13 is just awful.
It felt
It is.
like it dragged,
It's
right?
really,
And
it's really bad.
It's amazing because you watch his matches now.
I wouldn't say worse though. I mean,
not worse. Definitely not. Worse was probably Giant Gonzalez.
I thought Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, the
That
casket
was a
match.
good
Yeah.
match. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate Mark Henry.
Because you're racist.
No.
You don't like Spanish wrestlers? You don't like black wrestlers?
No, I love Alberto Del Rio now. His face. About time, and they're using him right.
Anyway.
Right to about
Anyway,
time.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Big
it's
Show
all
wins.
matter-
Moving on.
It's all a matter of how they were there and felt
was
about
stupid.
it during the match.
Next we get Swagger versus JG.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
This match didn't happen.
Well, sorry for JG.
Yeah, he
as
won
gets
the same
buried
way,
again by Swaganomics.
I don't even know why they put them in matches together. Like, if he's trying to impress Booker T to get into the Elimination
Obviously,
Chamber...
he's gonna get in.
Yeah, but here's the problem that I see is that, like with Mark Henry, you put him up against a former world heavyweight. That seems to be the deal that's going into Elimination Chamber. You beat another world champion, you're in. Just put Swagger up against another world champion, get it over with.
Yeah.
Good point.
I mean, see, they're going to do it this week, because it's the week before the pay-per-view. But why not just have done it already?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because they need an extra segment. Like, we don't know how to write. Just put him in another match until the very end when he finally gets put in.
That's true.
Oh, we skipped that.
I see what you're saying.
I guess before that show, Alberto Rio poured paint on Big Show.
Paint.
I think that was the end.
That was the end. Okay.
Yeah, that was the end. How else would he wrestle in all orange paint?
Maybe kind of.
He took the wheels off the bus too.
Next we get Fandango. Are you ready?
Another
Here we go.
Fandango.
Yes.
Fandango.
It's the same one though. It's the same one
this
that's
is
been
what I'm
played.
waiting for. As soon as Fandango hits, everything's gonna be okay, guys.
I really don't like this.
It's gonna be okay.
It's really not cool because
Fandango should
he had a really good gimmick already.
No, it's better
Yeah.
now. It's better now.
No, it's not going to be better.
Did you
'cause
see it though?
You're
Fandango
gonna be very
promo?
upset
No,
after this.
the Creeper Curtis stuff.
Creeper Curtis.
No, I don't need
That
to
was
see it.
so much better
The
than.
Fandango gimmick is
I will
going.
find it and I will
I've
make,
said that the
'cause I gave you-
Fandango gimmick is going to
Well,
rival the Stone Cold gimmick
you
of
were-
the Attitude Era.
This-
Honestly, I think this going for no. And that's really sad that he's going to be John.
Fandango just made you happy. Now it's about to get worse.
Oh, because I know it's coming.
Doo-doo.
This is just about the most garbage episode of SmackDown. Why do they even keep going? Why do they keep
versus-
making new additions?
With
Just
the
to do
3-man
this?
band.
Nobody watches
What do we call
SmackDown.
him now? The 3M Jobber Band?
The 3-man
Oh
jobber
my
band.
goodness.
3MJB.
Yeah, 3MJB.
That's
Losing
stupid.
to the monster jobber.
Yes, Tensei, who...
He's not a monster jobber anymore,
Prince
guys.
Tensei Train.
Prince Tensei Train has returned with a vengeance.
Yeah, right.
He wins by disqualification. And next,
Yeah, at least that's fair, right?
yes, at least that's fair.
At least he didn't completely squash him until after the match was over.
Brodus Clay comes to take care of everything and helps Tensei as we're gonna get that tag team. Yay!
I want to know what happened with Brodus Clay, too.
Now they're
He was
called the
looking-
Funkettes now.
Huh?
The Funkettes?
Yeah, the Funkettes now.
I thought you said.
They're the
Did you say the
Funkadactyls.
Funkettes?
Yes, the Funkettes.
Are you reading Funkadactyls wrong?
No, it's they said look what it says.
Oh, it says Funkettes.
There's
Okay.
no dinosaur anymore?
No, I guess not.
That's silly.
Next, we get Sin Cara with mood lighting
There we
Yes,
go.
but it was a really good match, and
versus Antonio Cesaro.
I think it's
Well,
just...
what was the mood lighting? Was it what color was it?
It's the same moonlight.
Blue.
It's always the
Blue.
same.
But he had
It's like yellow or pink or purple or whatever. Purple or
Hey.
something.
Come on.
Alright, so Sin Cara was wearing what? Is he still going with the green attire?
No, it was split. I think it was white and blue.
Okay.
One side white, one side
Because
blue.
whenever he, yeah, all right. I see.
But no botches as far as I remember.
Uh-huh.
It's a very good match between two very good wrestlers.
Yeah.
And that's what we need more of on SmackDown.
Yes.
It's just too bad he already has a reputation of botching.
I know his name's not Antonio Cesaro. It's Claudio
It's like those Smarks just
Castagnoli.
can't get over it. The Smarks just can't get over it.
I know.
They can't
People
get-
mess up in the ring. It happens.
Yeah, he just he had a rough patch there, but it seems like it seems like he's more accustomed to it now because he has been looking
But
really
I said
impressive.
I wondered how this match would play out because yes, Antonio Cesaro knows 5 languages, none of which were Spanish.
Right.
So I was wondering, how this match
Maybe
would go
he
out.
picked up a sixth.
Maybe.
Maybe he picked up a sixth. Next, we get Matt Striker, and let's get Randy Orton's thoughts on his match with Mark Henry next. Next, we get back.
He got Randy Orton's thoughts.
Yeah.
What was Randy Orton's thought? My name is Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, all right.
It was a bad promo. It was
really
boring,
bad.
forgetful.
It's Matt Striker.
I'm starting to
No,
wonder.
not Matt Striker. Don't blame Matt Striker. He's amazing on
Matt
commentary.
Striker is
and an
horrible.
interviewer. You're horrible.
No, you're horrible.
Who's horrible is Randy Orton on the mic.
Randy,
okay?
we know that. Everyone knows
So
that.
don't blame a bad segment on Matt Striker.
Well, I can blame it on both.
Just blame it on Orton.
Blame it on Striker.
You didn't even watch it, so how can you even say anything?
I will watch it, though.
You're not going to watch it.
I will watch
You're just
it.
read it off.
Oh,
I'm not even going to plug the website.
The Miz is
Why?
up next.
I have one question though. Why is he even here?
Can we get to him later?
Why?
I have
Why is he not
a
here?
lot to say about him.
Why does he show up?
I've had enough of the Miz. Something happened this past Saturday. I'm very upset.
All right, we're getting. Yeah,
We'll get back. We'll get into that a bit. What do you mean?
Well, no, that's fitting because that's what I hear every time I hear the Miz talk. Whenever he opens his mouth, that's the sound I hear.
He's still my thing then?
Yeah.
Bastard.
Next we get Antonio Cesaro. He interrupts and says the Miz can run his mouth and all he wants.
Yeah, it seems like
blah,
they're
blah,
still
blah.
feuding.
Of course they're still feuding. Last match, Randy Orton versus Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
That's what he does.
That's it.
How was the match though? Was it any
Amazing.
good or?
It was fantastic.
Was it better than their match at the pay per view?
Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
That was a good match though.
So no.
So no.
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess not.
I don't know. I
So-
don't want
so
to. It was a Hell in a Cell match.
So
Every
that's
pay-per-view for
pretty
the title.
much
There's nothing on the
SmackDown.
line.
It does
Was it Hell in a
It
Cell
does look
or
like a
Night
pretty
of
decent
Champions?
SmackDown though.
I believe it was Hell in a Cell. They were in a Hell in a Cell.
And no,
I remember
that Big Show thing didn't close it out. By the way, it was after the Swagger, because Randy Orton and Mark Henry closed the show.
I wonder if I'm starting to wonder if Randy Orton really is.
So it
going
happened
to-
after Big Show's match. Was the point?
Yeah. You said it happened last, like last on the card. That's what I thought you said.
Doesn't matter.
And
I don't remember what I said.
I guess you're tired of SmackDown, but
He's tired of all his favorites losing.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man.
Before you get on to, I guess you were gonna do the house shows.
Let me talk about.
I want to just say, just quickly, Saturday Morning Sun. We never do it. You guys don't watch it. I have forgotten to watch it a couple times. You've brought it up to me, but I end up watching them. I always end up watching them anyway. This one was pretty good. I'm very happy with what the main event was.
All right.
Again, no one needs to watch these. They're very kid oriented.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of camera cuts for moves they don't want kids to see, I guess.
What do
And-
they do with the camera cuts?
They go to the crowd.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
And it's interesting. Yeah, they go to a different camera angle and look at the crowd, and obviously it's in the middle of a move, so no one's doing anything.
Right.
There's no real reactions to it. They do edit a lot of like clothing and hats out. I don't know what a certain age group could be wearing that they would need to censor it.
Would they like blur it out or
Yeah.
something? Wow.
I don't know what could possibly be on them, but maybe
Well, remember, it is for
maybe
kids.
it's TNA stuff though.
Right.
Maybe someone's wearing an Impact Wrestling shirt. The opening match was a tag match with Brodus Clay and Kofi Kingston
Okay.
versus the Primetime Players. I don't think I need to tell you how that ended.
I don't even know.
Not the million. We're gonna go millions of dollars.
but,
Millions of dollars.
Darren Young got pinned, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
There you go.
What do you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Ant-Man's not having a good show today. Nothing's
Hey,
going his
hey,
way.
hey, but I told, it's
this
always
was nice.
Darren Young.
It may go your way in a second, though.
Main event, just so I can end it. You guys know what you want to talk about already. Kurt Hawkins made his in-ring debut,
Yay!
return
Okay.
with the haircut. He's got short hair. Kind of hard to tell if he was face or heel. I'm assuming heel, but I don't really care because he entertains me anyway.
Mhm.
He had a Michinoku driver, which was interesting. Wasn't prepared for that. But his opponent, JG.
JG.
Yes.
Justin Gabriel.
JG. Finished off with the 450, just to shorten this up as much as possible. Heath Slater was on commentary all night, though.
Oh, there you go. Maybe I should tune in
you
to
should.
main event.
Well, it's not always
to,
it's Heath
Saturday
Slater.
Morning
It's
Slam.
this week.
Well, he should always be there.
Okay. I have
Why is he even there?
my gripes with The Miz.
Hold on. It's also, I can't tell because it's taped pretty far in advance. Like, you've seen Kofi has that new tattoo.
Yeah.
They go on his shoulders toward the sides.
Okay.
He did not have those
Wow.
in
Interesting.
the tag match. So I don't even know how long ago this was taped.
Good question.
He's had them for a couple of weeks at least.
We should actually find out when they do those tapings for Saturday night. Saturday Morning Slam. Anyway, Miz, I have a big problem with you,
It was
sir.
a spot.
No, it wasn't.
It was a spot.
No, it wasn't.
It was a spot.
I think he's jealous now.
Well, and when you're the Miz, you're jealous of everybody.
I think he's jealous now.
It was a
He gets
spot.
F5'd. Now he wants to drop CM Punk on his head.
No, he wants to. Or
You
he
are a
didn't.
jerk.
It was a spot.
No, he's jealous,
was a
okay?
spot.
He is jealous. Am I
It was a
right?
spot.
Is he jealous?
Because you know the guy.
Well, I was telling you that the Miz has no talent. So
No
of
talent.
course,
And
he's
he
gonna
wants
be
to get
of course
out
he's going to be jealous of
on
everybody.
other talent.
It
Dropping.
was a spot.
No, it wasn't.
It was a
I
spot.
have the picture right here.
So one still frame, you could tell if it was a spot or not.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
It was
A video will obviously be up in like a couple days.
If
but,
there is a video.
But look, Mr. Miz, just go home.
Just go home, Miz.
Mr. Miz.
Now you want to screw up the main event at Chamber now?
It was a spot.
No,
John.
it was not a
Because
spot.
then the next night, they had the same exact match, and apparently Punk was taking even harder bumps. So,
Then why?
if he was really hurt, they wouldn't have him do it.
Then why are they asking him that if he's fine? He's saying he's fine, but he doesn't look fine.
Are you hitting on him?
No,
Are you coming on to him?
no.
You're telling me he looks fine.
No, I'm saying they asked him if he looks okay.
How
Because
does
they
he know how he
asked
looks
him
without a
in the
mirror?
back.
Were
And
you
he
in the
says,
back?
I wish it was in the back.
I'm sure you do. Coming on to him and all.
You're a horrible person. You're a horrible... Why do I have you on the show?
Because I bring a certain entertainment quality that is unrivaled.
I think you would agree that he makes our sports segments much more interesting.
No, they do. But
You're welcome.
I will
With
say
Lord
this
of the
on
Rings
Punk's...
references and
I will say this on Punk's part, though, that I understand that if he's saying he is fine, and he's obviously not fine,
He's
it's
just
because
covering
it's
for the
'cause of
Miz.
no, not covering for the Miz.
Yeah, not for the Miz.
It's
for himself.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
well, yeah, of course he wants to be in the main event too.
of course. No one wants to get pulled out right.
Yeah, who in the right mind would cover for the Miz anyway?
I wouldn't. Go home, Miz.
I would tell him, you know
I've
what?
had enough.
Like if there was ever a botch spot on me, I'd say send them home. Just send them home.
Yeah, I think he's the new botch.
I mean,
he's the
really.
new Sin Cara. He's our new Sin Cara.
Wow.
I mean, what about like Kennedy got the shaft
Yep.
after that?
I
Why
think he
doesn't
should
why
get.
doesn't
I
Miz
hope
do
he
it?
gets the shaft. It's amazing. If you don't get the shaft, I have nothing to say.
He should get the boot.
But Kennedy got it because of Orton.
Right.
So what's
Orton
wrong
made a
with
big
Punk?
Stink.
So Punk should do the same
Punk and
thing.
Orton
Punk should stay
aren't the
his hand.
same backstage. Like, people might like Punk and think he is the best in the world and he can wrestle a good match and entertain millions and all that.
Mhm.
But for some reason, Orton's a different case altogether.
Right.
And I don't know what the difference really is, because Punk's
Friends with
always
Triple
put on-
H. Friends with
I really don't
McMahon
think
family.
that. I don't think it's that. I don't know what exactly it is, but he gets, or at least in the past, has gotten away with the most ridiculous things.
Well, it's the last name.
His dad never did anything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. But
His dad had a cast for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's as much as anyone can say. Or the superplex.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all anybody's got. And his grandfather, I don't. That was farther away.
He was a wrestler.
I'm pretty sure he's third generation.
Yeah, third
Oh,
generation.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what his grandfather did, but
Like most of them are.
I remember that. Yeah. No, I remember that seeing that on his Titantron when he first came out.
yeah, like I don't know what makes them different. One's a much better wrestler, much better promo. Obviously, I'm talking about Orton, because Punk couldn't wrestle his way out of the paper bag.
That's
And
right,
can't
yeah.
promo.
He's just joking.
Am I? But no, seriously, I don't know what the difference is. I don't understand it.
I don't know either. But at that point, I think Orton and all that, like Triple H and all them, were friends. So it obviously makes sense why Kennedy got the boot.
Yeah.
You know? What can you do? It's like, like if you think about it, if someone injured Sheamus, you think that wrestler would get the boot?
You're done.
You're done.
Forever.
Right or wrong?
I think it depends on who it is.
Let's say
Matt Hardy.
Why are we saying Matt Hardy?
Yeah,
He's
that's
in the
not-
company.
that-
He's
No,
not in the
yes,
company.
you can, because he's a guy who... Okay, fine.
I'll hear
He's
it.
Matt Hardy.
I'll hear it. But
No, that's
I don't
alright.
see how you're gonna say he can get away
Okay,
with
say
it.
if
That's alright.
we'll bring up Seth Rollins. If he like injured Sheamus, you think he'd be done in the company?
We send back down to NXT for another
Not
2
even
weeks.
NXT. Out of like he's back in
For 2
ROH.
weeks.
I don't think that's a good enough example. I'm saying
What about Dean Ambrose then?
You're using smaller guys than what I'm thinking. I'm just saying if someone like John Cena or Orton injured Sheamus, they wouldn't get fired.
Well, no, of course not. But I meant like a smaller guy doing it.
Well,
Like,
what's the matter? If they're a smaller guy, what's the matter? They obviously don't care about building up for the future. What
Of
does it
course
matter?
not. WWE.
They're gonna bury Shield
Yeah,
this
they're
coming
gonna-
Sunday.
they're
So
gonna-
what
if
does it
they-
matter?
I wish we can discuss the card, but it looks like they have nothing out yet.
Except for that one match in the Elimination
Except for one
Chamber.
match. It's gonna be the two.
I
It's
think
gonna have
within,
two
I
matches
think within
again.
reason you can,
Yes,
you can
just like,
decipher
Just like this.
December to
Don't
dismember.
want to bring that up. By the way, that is one of the worst chamber matches.
No, it gets buried a lot, but it's really not that bad. The booking was bad, but the match itself wasn't so
There were
terrible.
two matches on the card.
I'm talking about the Elimination Chamber.
He's talking, yeah, just
I'm talking about
match.
just the match. And there was more than 2 matches.
Why did it say two matches?
It's funny
like
because
5
most of
matches.
the crowd got upset because they wanted RVD to be champion again.
Yeah.
But RVD's a terrible champion anyway, so...
What could you do? But those are my gripes about the Miz. Just Miz, go home. Had enough of you and
See,
dropping
I
people
didn't-
on people's heads.
I didn't need this to show me how bad The Miz is. I knew all the time. From the
Everybody
first time I
knows.
saw his face on Tough Enough. I knew he wasn't tough enough. Tough Enough. What a joke. When The Miz is runner-up on a show called Tough Enough, you know you're doing something wrong.
Who won that one?
Daniel Pewter.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wasn't
What did he do?
He was the UFC. He was the.
What did he ever do in WWE?
He didn't do anything.
Nothing.
He tried to shoot a
That-
fight Kurt Angle.
That's just like what happened with the last Tough Enough. What happened with that?
The Tough Enough's always a joke.
What's
well,
his-
no.
what's his name guy?
Nydia and Maven lasted a while.
No,
They-
that's not the last Tough Enough. The last Tough
No,
Enough.
I was talking about the
Andy-
first one. First
Andy
one.
something. What was his last name? Levine, Laverne, whatever.
He's not in the
But
company
he's gone not in the
anymore.
company anymore. Did that thing with Stone Cold and Punk and
He got stunned, right?
yeah, he got stunned
And that should have been a signal.
and that was it. He was done. So we may have an Undertaker sighting tonight.
Oh.
Give up.
He was in Nashville for the Predators game,
What?
and where's Raw tonight?
I don't know.
In
I
Nashville.
don't pay attention to the venues.
Well, you should.
Except for this
Pay
Mania,
attention.
because it's going to be here. That's the only reason I know.
In New Jersey.
Yes, not,
Not
New York.
York.
Yes.
That should be the
Hey.
tagline. That should be WrestleMania 29 in New Jersey, not New York.
Not New York.
Has to be underlined 3 times.
It should be.
But then
Should
people
be.
only see the New York part.
Yeah, right.
Like New York, it's in New York.
The not in New Jersey. WrestleMania 29 in New Jersey, and
Very
the
small
not
print.
will be very smart, and then New York will be just blown up. We just can't win.
We can never win. Who are you kidding? Obviously I have tonight's Raw. Yay!
Which I might not be able to watch because of Time Warner.
Thanks, Time Warner. Quick previews. Can anyone control Brock Lesnar?
Sable.
Good one.
Sable can control Brock
Well, I was
Lesnar.
going to say about Elimination Chamber, how we don't know what matches are going to be there. I think it's pretty easy to assume who's going to fill out the last 2 spots for the chamber.
Swagger and Mark Henry.
Swagger, no, Henry's the 4th guy.
Oh, Swagger.
So it's Swagger and who else?
Wait, so who are the 5 right now that we pretty much know? Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio,
Daniel
Rey
Bryan.
Mysterio.
D. Bry, Orton, Mark Henry. Did we say Mark Henry first?
And then we have Jack Swagger.
Swagger's 5.
And we're missing somebody.
Kane.
I guess I could see Kane in there.
Kane seems to be the pretty obvious one since they're still going with him and Debray.
Yeah,
So they're both gonna lose.
obviously.
Oh wait, well we have some sort
I've heard Christian's gonna be coming back and entering,
Who cares?
but I don't see that
Who
happening.
cares?
He'll
a
get
week
injured in
before.
2 days.
I don't see it happening a week before, and
We
I don't
do-
even know how he got injured.
We do have a couple matches though, but do you want to talk about that during the week or?
Well, I won't be here Thursday and Friday.
We'll
I've
get
already,
to it. We'll get
I've
to
already
it
set up
Wednesday
with
then.
Ant-Man that I'm gonna send him over some notes for my NXT and what I took on.
We'll
Yeah.
get then we'll do that Wednesday then, because hopefully they'll fill out the card by then.
All right.
So
But I've already said those are who I think are gonna be in. Not Christian, obviously. It's gonna be Kane, and it won't matter.
Right.
So it just leaves 3 other guys
I see what you're saying.
to face Del Rio. So it's gotta be a face.
I'm gonna be rooting for
It's
Jack.
gonna be Ray.
I hope Jack Swagger wins. I know it's a long shot.
Sorry, it's gotta be a heel. My bad.
I think it should be Jack Swagger.
Alright.
Swaganomics, Swagger.
Make it Jack Swagger.
Who is next?
But
in the
if
market?
Do the right thing, WWE.
If you make it Swagger,
They
it's an obvious loss. If you put someone else, it
No, Jack Swagger's gonna win at WrestleMania.
makes it not so obvious. You know what I mean?
I guess. It just doesn't seem. I don't see how they can make it. Sheamus Orton now.
No, I don't think it's
You
know.
know, there
It's not
goes
gonna
that
happen.
one.
I don't know
It's
why you
physically
guys keep
impossible.
thinking it was going to happen.
Well, no, this was a while back we discussed rumored matches.
The internet.
Do you remember that?
So
internet's-
far, they could be right though.
Rumored matches. We are
Except for Taker. And
so
Punk.
far we are
And
getting.
you know what? And it's like we were talking about before. It's 7 weeks,
Yeah.
7 weeks until
You
Mania.
could
It be
potentially build a promo still,
any- yeah.
but I would figure by this time you would need someone else to have the World Heavyweight Championship
Yeah.
It's close to 7 weeks.
to not have Del Rio in the title picture. Seems like Del Rio will be in the title picture,
Which I hope so.
right?
As WrestleMania keeps getting closer and
And
closer.
you know it's got to be a heel.
Yeah, so Jack Swagger's one of them.
Yeah. So is Mark Henry.
I just don't. I don't.
Speaking
that seems
of
to be it,
Henry,
though. It's
speaking
gonna be
of
Mark Henry or
Henry,
Jack
who's
Swagger.
his sights on next?
You're right. It might be Del Rio and Mark Henry. Just thinking about that match.
I feel like
Oh, God.
either way, it's not. It's gonna be a bad match.
It'll be the first match on the card.
I hope so.
Of course, it was-
That'd be our
And,
best
and,
break.
and it should last 18 seconds.
Every year, the SmackDown title match is the
It has
first
been.
match
Has it been?
for like the last 3 years.
Obviously,
counting this year.
we're gonna get a Rock and Punk promo.
Alright.
You have another Shield thing.
Shield, yes.
So that
well,
that's
well,
also
Cena,
says
Sheamus, and Ryback deliver justice. And here's the interesting one.
No, they will deliver injustice by beating Shield, which is pretty ironic if you think about it.
Yeah.
So,
Which returning superstar is poised for a big 2013 run?
do you mean someone who? Has
Yeah, I guess someone
recently
is
made a
coming.
return?
I guess someo's coming back tonight.
Christian.
It looks like it.
So
Christian!
Nobody
Christian!
cares about Christian anymore.
Christian wouldn't fit in the Elimination Chamber.
No, he wouldn't.
It'd make no sense.
It wouldn't.
How do you put him in
Nobody
the
wants to
storyline?
see him in the Elimination Chamber anyway.
I do.
What? He's not gonna win.
He's not. Of course, he's not gonna win. He's not. He's not allowed to win. But it'd just be nice to see him. You know, he does.
Bleh.
He puts on decent matches.
Blah.
I really wonder what they're gonna do with Mania. It's not looking too good for Mania.
It's not. We're going to it.
It's
Hey, look.
not.
But there's other things to do in WrestleMania
Punk can
weekend.
still
Though.
be added to the match between Cena and Rock. Okay.
That's true. That's if the Undertaker thing don't happen. Because
Right,
I was
if the Undertaker
explaining.
thing doesn't happen.
I was explaining to someone.
Look, dude,
that-
it's too early to judge WrestleMania right
Well, here's my thing about it. You have 3 of your hottest superstars right now:
Who's that?
Punk, Cena, Rock. Right, and they're all big
No,
right now.
Ryback.
now.
Ryback's not going to be
Ryback
mentioned.
should be the special guest referee. To that
Ryback should be
match.
doing something else. I don't know what. They haven't said what he's going to do, but I hope it's something good.
Maybe he'll continue the feud with Shield.
Have
That's a good
Have
possibility.
they decided if they're going
But-
to have a Money in the Bank match?
They have the pay per view. I'm pretty sure they nixed it.
They're next.
I'm pretty sure it was never really
You
on the
have 3 of your biggest superstars right now.
table.
If the
Ryback,
Undertaker, no,
Sheamus,
not even
and
close.
John Cena,
No, stop it.
Randy
Enough.
Orton,
Enough.
Mark Henry,
Enough. Please. Can I finish?
Kane,
Shut up. Are you done?
Big Show.
Good God. I'm done.
He is literally
Done.
the biggest.
I'm done.
The biggest one there.
We have to do this Thursday.
Literally
not
the
here.
biggest.
Can I continue? Can I
I
finish?
don't know. Can you finish?
I'm not going to. You guys are
Man,
jerks.
take over quick.
You guys are
Alright,
jerks.
so,
Okay, I'm finishing.
This is a terrible
Okay, Joe.
edition of this show.
No, because Rob's a jerk.
I'm not a jerk.
Yes, you are.
I'm hilarious.
Anyway, the three biggest stars in your company right now.
Big Show. Mark Henry.
I'm ready to stop, man. Come on.
It's 3MB.
And Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar's facing Triple H.
The three biggest. No,
Going
Khali.
for the
I
title.
forgot Khali. You said biggest.
Going for the title.
So it's gotta be Big Show,
And Punk.
Khali, and Mark Henry.
And Punk's.
Well, no, Kane's bigger than Mark Henry.
But by weight.
Okay, I'm
It's my height.
done. I really
Okay.
am. Just take over.
But Mark Henry weighs more than Kane. So it'd be Big Show, Khali, Mark Henry.
Whatever.
Not in that order.
You guys are mean.
No, let's hear it.
No, I'm done.
No, I'm done. I'm done too.
Nope.
I guess the show's done then. Because I'm done. You're done. Eagle Eye.
Yeah.
Are you, are you done?
I'm not done. I'm hanging on there. I'm hanging by the thread of something.
No, I want to hear what John has to say.
No. Why? Is he
I'm
going to
done.
interrupt me again? No.
I won't interrupt you.
No.
I'll let you say what you want to say first. Then I will rebuke you.
As you said, it's my call. I'm done.
That is a saying.
So I think WrestleMania should have an Elimination Chamber main event.
No.
What?
No.
What's wrong with that?
I think the main event
No. Here's what
should
needs
be
to
a
happen.
mixed tag match.
No. The Elimination Chamber match for the title at WrestleMania main event could be with the Divas, and they could have the Divas do the Royal Rumble, and there will be 5 winners. Because there aren't enough Divas to be in
tournament.
the, yeah.
A one-stage
So you'll
tournament.
have the one champion, and then you have 5 Divas who qualified for the Divas title.
Who would they be?
It'll
You
have
got
to be
Caitlyn?
Vicky Guerrero.
Really?
Vicky Guerrero will
What
be
a
the
waste
champion.
of a spot.
It's not a
Be
waste.
Caitlyn, AJ,
Tamina. Tamina's gonna have a spot where she jumps off the pod.
yeah,
Obviously.
Natalia,
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
Oksana.
It's not
obviously.
ridiculous. This
No,
sounds.
Naomi,
Okay.
and who's the 6th one?
And Layla.
That's
Layla,
what
there
I
we
think
go.
of this stupid segment. Okay.
Well, we told you
I'm
to keep
gonna
going.
finish
We told you to keep
what
going.
I was
V-neck.
saying.
We told you to keep going. V-neck.
Yeah, jerks.
And Vicky Guerrero,
Special guest referee.
special guest referee.
I don't know why he's doing this.
You're a jerk.
He's just making himself look
Yeah.
bad.
He's lost it.
Yep. 'Cause I have nothing to say. I can't.
I wanted
can't
to
say
And
hear
then
what
the
I wanted to
Shield,
say.
a female version of the Shield comes
Yes.
in.
Okay, I'm
Paige.
done.
Paige.
Shut up. Shut up.
Paige.
Paige is the leader.
Yes.
And they break through the chains and attack everybody.
They can go in from under
Can I finish,
Yes.
the
please?
ring. The lights turned out.
Alright, here John wants to finish
Okay.
this.
Please.
We were
You
made a
jerks.
really good main event.
Thursday, I can't wait for Thursday and Friday. He is not here.
I wish
Praise
I could
the
make
Lord.
that my game.
Praise the Lord, he's not here.
Me too.
Anyway, if 3 of your top guys with the Undertaker, if we know Undertaker's not going to be here, I hope not.
That's really?
No, I'm sick and tired. Like I said,
Sick of the
on
Undertaker
Friday.
It's okay. He's sick and tired of it. He's gonna keep talking about it though.
Sick and tired of hearing, oh, is he injured? He's not injured. He's going to be there, not going to be. Okay, just end it, okay? If he's there tonight, then obviously we're seeing Punk and Undertaker.
Is it obvious?
If he's not there, I think you have a triple threat match and have Punk win at Chamber.
Do you think it could be turned into a Lesnar Undertaker match?
No.
You have the Paul Heyman factor. In with that combines
Lesnar in the elimination.
But
Punk
they
and
feuded at
Lesnar.
one point.
It doesn't seem to me like Lesnar cares about the title right now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Undertaker and Lesnar doesn't need to be a title.
No. I think the one thing they were saying was that there's no way Lesnar's going to be the opponent because they're worried that he's too physical for the Undertaker right now. And
He beat the pulp out of him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Beat
think
the crap out of him.
Lesnar might kill the Undertaker.
Yeah, but I also feel like maybe you need a bigger guy.
Although if
No, I do understand.
if Brock Lesnar accidentally kills the Undertaker at WrestleMania, I think it
Undertaker
fits.
wins by DQ, and his
No, it
streak
fits because that's the way he could retire too. Because
You're horrible.
But he actually dies,
You're
and
horrible.
that's the end of his gimmick.
Yeah,
and
no one will ever.
it's
Well, he's
perfect.
the Undertaker.
Right.
So people was like, he's gonna come back.
He's gonna come back.
Right, and then
He's
he-
gonna
come
rise
back.
again.
Rise again.
and it'll never happen.
Nope.
Be Crypt Keeper.
Nope. So I say.
Or you could bring back the DiBiase Undertaker imposter.
Oh God. Oh God. Let's not talk about
And
that.
that can be DiBiase Jr.'s claim to fame. By finishing off what his father tried to do years ago.
Stop it. Anyway, might as well have Punk, Rock, and Cena.
Might as
A
well.
triple threat.
And then have Brock Lesnar face Undertaker to the death.
We already know Triple H is going
It'll
to
be
face
the
Brock Lesnar.
The very first WWE Thunderdome match. 2 men enter.
It is
Only
interesting.
one leaves.
It is interesting what you just said about having Punk win at Elimination Chamber. It does make sense because The Rock's
It
rematch
does.
clause would be at WrestleMania, so
And
that
Cena.
would keep him out of the title picture.
That would.
And Cena beating Punk would maybe give us one more Punk Cena match
Which,
before Cena.
I
Because
I love
you
Punk and
you know Cena's gonna sweep the floor with Punk because this isn't 2012
I know.
anymore. This
I
is
know.
this is the year of Cena.
It is. Well, 2012 was the year of Punk.
He's
this
gonna-
is the year of Cena.
He's gonna undo everything that was done last year. Unfortunately, so.
I think
But
I'm lost.
but I do think why you lost.
I don't know.
you
I don't.
lost?
I was.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Rock.
Throw it over. Throw it over.
Here's
Okay.
here's what I said. Let's say The Rock retains at WrestleMania.
Loses.
No, well, let's just go through retains first. We'll go through. Let's say he
Alright,
retains at
alright.
Elimination Chamber.
Okay. No, because when you said
if
Elimination
he-
Chamber, I thought of the match.
Alright, you
But,
thought
but there
of the
is no
big
title Elimination Chamber match.
Right.
That's what threw me off.
So if Rock wins, he'll still have a rematch clause against John Cena, who is going to win at WrestleMania.
Punk.
I'm
Oh,
sorry?
if he wins. If he wins.
If he wins. If you have Punk win, Rock's rematch
his
clause
rematch
will be at
clause,
WrestleMania.
And the
And
triple
Cena's
threat.
Cena's in the match because of the Royal Rumble.
Uh-huh.
So you're killing two birds with one stone right there.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about Rock being in a feud where he's not going to be able to be there every Monday.
Mhm.
So I don't know, unless you're planning a Rock Cena match again at SummerSlam.
But that would be kind of crappy though, just to have Punk win the title back for a month, just to lose to Cena.
Well, but also you have that. It makes sense that if he does win, Rock has that rematch clause and Cena's won the
No,
Rumble.
I get it.
So
But
might as well have a triple threat.
Yeah,
I don't know,
he's,
I get
he's
it.
just saying he
The
doesn't.
three biggest
Yeah.
right now stars in your company, or who are the big deal right now.
Oh.
Right.
And obviously it's going to be main event.
No, I see what he's saying though.
I just
And
don't,
I feel
I don't
like
think they would do that.
Because obviously my friend, I have nothing to say. He thinks Rock and Cena was great. I'm like, what? You on drugs? He thinks it was
Maybe
great.
He was. I
You
don't
on
know
drugs,
the-
man? It was okay.
If that were the
at
case,
best.
they could have just had the match end the way it ended. They could have rewritten a story to where it was a triple threat at Mania anyway, without having Punk drop the title.
Okay.
And I want to say that I noticed this, and it's kind of sad that they have to advertise that Rock will be there. Like
For what?
That is sad.
That he's going to be on Raw tonight.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't even question that the champion will be there or not.
Mhm.
They
Well,
didn't
this is-
advertise.
this is
they
a
didn't
special
advertise.
circumstance.
They didn't advertise every week that Punk was going to be there,
Yeah, right.
or John Cena when he was champion.
Right.
It's just because
Or
you know
Lesnar's,
that he's
Lesnar's
most
not
of the
going to be
time
there
not going to be
tonight.
there.
Right. Well, the reason they're trying to get the
I'm
Rock.
saying the champion.
Yeah, no, I know.
Right.
I know.
Well, the reason they're advertising the Rock like that is because they want more people watching. To be honest, more people who aren't necessarily wrestling fans who do like his movies, maybe. And
If they're
will tune
gonna
in to
do
see
that,
it. Uh-huh.
try to bring the viewers with.
And also, they're
With-
trying to bring back some wrestling fans who may have given up watching wrestling after the Attitude Era.
But if you're gonna have that, have him be the guy that brings in more viewers.
That'd be nice.
You should also have better quality shows to keep those viewers once they're there.
Yeah, and that's their big problem. Because even though you have The Rock now, there's still no long-term answer for how bad Raw has been for the past.
Yeah.
You
how
brought
many
up
years.
something very interesting. How many people did stop watching after the Attitude Era?
I wonder. I really do. I know a lot of people who stopped watching, not necessarily right after the Attitude Era, but just when it started getting like,
Move to Friday nights.
yeah, I would
For
say
SmackDown?
SmackDown got really bad at one point, maybe I guess I mean I don't like to say it.
I
but
do miss Thursday nights,
right
though.
before when John Cena became champion, because after the Attitude Era, you did still have a lot of the Attitude Era
You did.
there. You still had Kurt Angle, maybe not necessarily Stone Cold and The Rock, but you still had Triple H, Chris Jericho, who else? You mean Undertaker, Kane,
Goldberg.
Well,
Goldberg.
He came in after the Attitude.
Yeah, he came in after the
He
Attitude
brought
Era,
in
yeah.
WCW.
Right, but I noticed that for some reason there was that one point where a lot of people did stop watching.
Yeah.
And it sort of got a new generation of viewers when it went into that. It went into the John Cena point of wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figure that because I do know some people who did tune into WrestleMania 28 just because The Rock was in it.
That
Who
seems
said-
like a
who-
waste of
Huh?
$50 or $60.
No.
I'm saying it
Because
seems like
it's
it was a waste.
because they feel like a
one
sort
against
of
John Cena.
yeah.
All right.
Not-
I was
not-
thinking
not the-
hosting one.
No, that would be stupid. But no, they did hear The Rock was going to be in a wrestling match, and they decided, all right, I like The Rock when I
Yeah.
used to watch him, so I'll definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you say that though. But that's exactly why they want a bigger audience. They're doing a good job of marketing.
Oh, they are.
They're doing a very
They
good
are.
job, and I know it's only been 3-4 weeks between Royal Rumble and an Elimination Chamber, which is I just noticed how
Yeah.
time went so by between the two. Rock has only missed one Monday.
Which is not too bad.
That's not too bad, and you didn't really notice because Brock Lesnar showed up that day.
Yay.
So it is interesting to say, and there's going to be a longer transition between now and WrestleMania. Between
It is. With no
Elimination
pay-per-view
Chamber.
in March.
right, so it is interesting. I'm very interested to see how many Raws The Rock will be able to make.
Well, right now I think he's supposed to be at all of them until Mania.
All right,
Which
if he
isn't
can
too
I
bad.
that off, that'd be great.
It's I
really
think
would be.
that's pretty impressive.
And I
since-
think if he can manage to do that, he'll regain some of the. I guess the only words he used really is respect.
Well-
that maybe some people don't have for him because he is as big a star as he is now, which makes no sense really. I mean, I don't see a problem with him having to juggle 2 careers. I mean, if he can do it, more power to him.
That's what's impressive, though. I do give him credit where credit,
Mm-hmm.
is due. He does pull off, acting, wrestling,
Right.
has to do this wrestling.
See, that's what I don't understand, and that's another thing that a lot of smarks don't seem to take in consideration.
But a lot of
You
smarts,
gotta remember that The Rock in the Attitude Era did nothing but wrestling.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
That was his life.
But this,
He's moving on, and really, with all the tour dates and all that stuff, with the acting schedule, it's pretty cool that he's been showing up as often as he is.
But he paid his dues, though.
He did. He absolutely did. And it's like people just throw that out the window because they want him to be there all the time.
But this is where he had the suits, he was The Rock, this kind of cool guy.
Mhm.
Now you know what we get? We have a guy who pours a half a bottle of water on before he gets to the ring. He's drenched in water for no reason whatsoever. I can understand why Triple H does it and Undertaker do it. Triple H does
it's
that.
hot.
Triple H does that, water thing and spits it. But The Rock, I was watching the DVD of The Rock, I guess The Journey, and they're showing him back. He's just pouring water all over his head.
Needs a little refreshment. A little refreshment. At least
What?
it's not coming out in like super baby oiled and all that stuff. Because I forget who it was. I think it was Christian. At one point he came out just like he took a bath in baby oil or something. And he would leave like grease spots in the ring or something.
But
I
honestly,
prefer the water bottle to baby oil.
I prefer. But it's why you dumping a half bottle of water on your
No,
it's all over his clothes and
I don't know why he does that.
I
Because
don't
it makes
get
it look like he was working out beforehand.
Oh yeah, working out
what-
before I have to go to the ring for a promo. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it makes it look like.
He gets pumped.
Yeah. That's the purpose. Like, when you work out, you sweat.
no, I understand that, but I think it's
That's why they did that.
Mm.
So he didn't hate to work
I think
out.
you should go back to the suits and looking good. You are the champion, correct?
I think that another problem is that it's this feeling like you should pick one or the other. Be an
Yeah.
actor, an entertainer, or whatever,
Mm.
or be a wrestler. Even though it's sports entertainment,
Uh-huh.
and they don't want... Because essentially you're not picking either.
Right.
I think that's where a lot of Smark's feelings get hurt.
Mm. They get butt hurt.
Yeah.
I just feel it's.
He's getting old.
Yeah, you just pulled up a picture of the Undertaker.
He's
With a
getting
stupid fedora.
old. Stupid fedora.
I don't like fedora. That's the thing. It's like this cool hip thing to wear now.
He's
You
getting
mean the
old.
hat?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate it.
Yeah, Undertaker. There's a picture online where he has not re-dyed his hair.
He has no hair.
Apparently, he is alive. He's not a dead man because dead people don't age. So.
He's gotten old. He's got gray going.
No, you're right though. Smarks do get butthurt very easily, and the fact that The Rock is trying to juggle two things at the same time. Some people see it as, like you said, he should just pick one. And
I'm not saying that I agree with that.
Right. I know.
But I think that's where the idea comes from.
Right. My view is I appreciate it. I appreciate that he's going out of his way to help out. And there's some people out there. Oh, he's not putting over young talent. Well, okay. What do you need that? Because that's what Jericho's there for.
Yeah.
Jericho's
That's
losing.
the J and Y2J.
Right. Y2 jobber.
Yeah.
His role is to job out to young superstars, and he's doing a good job.
It wouldn't. I don't think it would benefit anybody if Undertaker jobbed out to younger guys.
Right. Yeah. It looks dumb.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to buy it.
It makes him look bad. The character look bad.
And it'll turn people against the younger superstars.
Yeah.
Now,
for destroying their hero.
Yeah, right.
But
with regard to The Rock, though, the difference between The Rock and Chris Jericho is that Rock isn't just a legend; he's also / a celebrity.
Mm-hmm. He has the winning celebrity factor.
Yeah,
that says
but
he won't
obviously,
lose.
if we have Rock and Cena,
we
would get The Rock
Cena
passing
win.
the torch to Cena.
It's not passing.
But
At this point, it's not passing the torch.
Yeah,
no, you're right. It's a little ridiculous.
Cena's been around.
Right. And it's funny because we got I did see this one picture on the internet which has the Rock. He has this. It's a retro Rock face where the caption reads, "Put over young talent. Ain't no one got time for that."
Yeah.
Right? You saw that?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm thinking, well, is he burying young talent? Is he?
Yeah, I know.
Because those same people,
it's not like he's going out and beating Kofi Kingston.
Right. Yeah. It's not like
he gets the chance like Jericho.
Or he could be burying Cody Rhodes. He can bury Dolph Ziggler if he wants to. Cena's done that too. He could bury Ziggler if he wants to. There's a whole mess of heels, Damian Sandow, that The Rock can just go up and say, "Hey, I want a match on Raw.
I'm gonna beat this guy."
No.
Well, they sort of had that in a segment where he rock bottomed him.
Right. But it's not the same thing as losing the match. Because if you do put a match, if you put Sandow,
I think some of these guys actually accept it though. Because think about it, you're Damian Sandow, and you're like, you say if The Rock goes, you want to get rock bottom tonight? Wouldn't you say, hell yeah, I want to get rock bottom?
Wouldn't you say you want a segment with The Rock?
Hell yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah.
I would in a heartbeat.
And honestly, when you're in that position though, are you gonna say no?
I wouldn't say no. You can't.
Even if you didn't want to, would you say no?
It's still The Rock, though. I mean, wouldn't you want to do second with The Rock?
I'm saying, regardless of what it is, it's not like he's John Cena or Orton or somebody big.
And that's another issue with the whole thing of The Rock needs to pass the torch. Well, he didn't have the torch. He's been gone for 7 years.
Yeah. Somebody else is at it.
Right? Yeah. If someone has to pass the torch, it's John Cena.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. But who do you pass it to, though?
Dolph Ziggler. At this point, I mean, Dolph Ziggler's. Well, I would like to say. I wish I could say that he's being built.
I know.
Do you know why it's not going to be Dolph Ziggler?
I'm not saying it's going to be him.
If it were, hypothetically, it would be someone that's sort of like John Cena. Right. And Dolph Ziggler is not.
No, you're correct on that part.
You could see how The Rock and John Cena look similar.
Yeah.
Their build and everything. It would be somebody like that.
Yeah.
And there's nobody like that right now.
And a lot of people are scared that the WWE is going to try and force Sheamus down our throats.
Yes, of course. Mr. No Reaction, just like The Miz.
Sheamus would be
Sheamus. Ryback, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be another one. Hey,
yeah.
I never thought
Ryback's
Ryback...
better than freaking Sheamus, though. I love Ryback.
He gets a better reaction. All
Much better.
He's got a catchphrase.
He has a catchphrase.
And I think...
What is Sheamus does? Stupid.
That doesn't even make any sense.
It really doesn't. Like, I thought it was
beating your chest, okay. Mm-hmm. But the fella part doesn't mean anything.
Get rid of the fella.
Like he used to do it without it.
Yeah, it just used to be a scream, and then he just added fell to it. I'm not really. I don't get that. But no, if they were to, how old is Ryback?
31.
All right, so
He's not that young.
Not
He's
that
not
young.
that young.
But I mean, there
But
is.
I could be wrong.
But there are a few years there where, say, Ryback can hold the torch for a little while, until you get that next John Cena.
Because if you don't think about how long Cena's been...
Touche there, Rob.
What?
On the money with that.
That's not a touche.
That's how old he is?
That's not
Yeah,
touche.
31.
Nice.
That's not appropriate.
Very nice.
It's weird knowledge that you shouldn't have.
Yes.
It's something you should have to look up and not remember.
But 31, that's not a bad age.
I gotta
to
make
give
sure we're
someone.
correct.
It's interesting, though, because there's this idea, which I believe, every wrestler has a shelf life.
Mhm.
And it's true, even if they want to say otherwise. Once you stop making money, you're gone.
Yeah.
And usually that goes along with how old you are. Because you can't take the beatings you can when you're older as when you're younger.
Yeah.
And if you don't look at the numbers, or if you didn't see who we were talking about, you'd think John Cena's on his way out.
Yeah.
He's been there a while.
No,
You
very
wouldn't
true.
think it by looking at him, but when you look it up or hear about it,
Yeah, it's funny because you watch
he's
him on
lasted
TV.
longer than you would think he should have.
Yeah, I mean you watch him on Raw or anything. He looks fine.
Yeah.
He looks fine, but then you hear these reports of how he's potentially like breaking down. I mean, he's already had some serious surgeries.
Yeah.
Especially the neck surgery, which was that was a few years ago too.
It will be interesting when Cena does go.
It will be interesting. What I was always interested in, though, and to go back to what I said, I do think that it is more practical to pass the torch to a Ryback, maybe. Not necessarily Ziggler.
The
You're
way
right.
Ryback's going right now, that's where I would go.
Yeah. Of course, you would have to give him maybe more than a catchphrase.
Feed me more.
He doesn't put on bad matches.
No,
No,
they're
he's
really
not.
good sometimes.
He gets the run of the deal because of how he looks.
Yeah. Just
But I think,
like I said,
think
it's
he put on a
just
very good match.
it's
He
just
said meathead.
it's just Smarks trying to ruin another gimmick.
Yeah.
The TLC match was
The
good.
thing is,
But they're
Smarks are never
failing.
happy.
They're failing this time.
They're feeling horrible.
Because because those feed me more chants easily drown out the Goldberg chants.
Yeah.
You know, you will maybe you'll still hear a Goldberg chant every now and then, but all Ryback has to do some hand motions,
Yeah.
and you got the feed me more to drown out the Goldberg chants. It's amazing. It's amazing how
It is.
he just has to do that one thing. But with regard to Cena, it looks like he will not turn heel before he retires.
Absolutely not.
And it is a shame because I think there was a potential storyline there because you see face Cena is unstoppable, correct?
Yes.
What if he took that unstoppableness and continued it as a heel, where faces can't beat him?
So he would be a different kind of heel.
He'd be a different kind of heel,
opposed to the
where
two
he
that we
doesn't
always
have
get.
he doesn't have to cheat. What if John Cena
He's
was
not the overpowering giant
Right.
or the cheating heel.
exactly? What if John Cena? What if
He gets
Super
beat up
Cena?
the whole time and then still wins at the end.
Yes. What if? I mean, come on. How interesting would that be? Super Cena just as a heel, where he cuts the promo. He knows people don't like him, and
We'll
he
see.
rolls with it.
Yeah.
Someone, all right, my friend said that Cena is nothing right now. He's not a heel or a face. Is that true?
He's a
No,
face.
no.
He's going up against the
He's a
Shield.
face.
He's obviously a face.
WWE
There
pretty-
are-
keeps
He's
there-
it pretty
100% face.
WWE keeps it pretty cut and dry, whether who's a face or a heel.
But he said he mentioned it.
Who mentioned it?
Cena.
About being a face.
About he's not not nor face
Nobody
or
listens
heel.
to Cena.
No one does. I don't even listen to Cena.
Hey,
It's Cena.
People find out what happened after he does stuff by somebody else.
what they should do
Like
is
commentators reiterate what he said.
yeah. What they should do is when they look back on Cena's career, just say he was a heel the entire time.
You'd never know the difference.
You never know because
Never know
you
the
get the
difference.
booze and everything.
You cut to
Just say his
One Night Stand 2005.
Yes, that was his heel.
All
turn.
cheers! Yay! Let's go Cena.
No, they were all booing it.
Yeah, that's
They
I'm
were
saying-
cheering for RVD, and you would think he's the heel.
yeah.
But no, I'm
Yeah.
saying like if you can go and edit that and be like, okay, he's a true face. They have him they edit the boos and it's all people cheering. You're like,
And then you see all those signs that say, if Cena wins, we riot.
Yeah.
That
and
wouldn't
they
work.
said if Cena wins, we go in the ring and hug him and cheer and yay.
That'd be a hard edit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see him more as a face. That's just
It's just how it
I
is.
can't see him being both.
Honestly, I don't care if he goes heel. I don't see it happening.
It's not.
I don't
think
really
so.
care if it
It
happens.
will never happen.
If it didn't,
you
if
said-
it didn't happen before this WrestleMania, it's never gonna happen.
Like you said, it's the year of Cena.
Yep.
It's Super Cena's back, 2013.
Back in full form.
And you know what? I accept it. Because just like they beat you down and beat you down, all it took for me was him winning the Rumble. It's like, I don't know how I didn't see it.
Yeah.
From the clock striking midnight, that it was the year of Cena.
So now, what brings up my other question?
Cena for champion.
If Cena does win at WrestleMania, fine. But say if he loses,
Again?
That'll shock me.
That will.
That will genuinely shock me,
Yeah.
and I really won't know what to say after that.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I won't know what to say on the show after WrestleMania if John Cena loses again.
Yeah. Because then they can't have that rubber band match.
they can't. But there's but that's if you include Punk though.
Mhm.
If you don't include Punk and Rock beats him again and clean,
That's gonna be something else.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
what do you do?
Either way, John Cena losing. No, well, maybe if Punk were to beat John Cena and The Rock,
What's
get it.
interesting
You know,
is
I get it.
The reason why I gave Rock the win last year because it's home. He was home. He wanted to say like home field advantage means a lot.
Mhm.
He was in his hometown.
there's a lot of reasons why he won.
Yeah.
And I took
Celebrity
none of those
factor,
I took
hometown
none of
factor.
those into consideration when
Legend
I made my
factor.
choice.
Legend factor, celebrity factor.
Yeah.
All of those make perfectly good
All,
sense.
all he needed was the taped ribs.
Yeah.
All those are perfectly sound and what I would use for a pick at WrestleMania, except for whatever
I
reason.
don't know why you picked Cena.
don't know
I
why
took a
picked-
vacation from those. I'm like, but they're gonna pick the guy who's with the company this time instead of every other time.
Nope.
I could have swept it.
You could have.
I could have swept
You
it.
could have. Yeah. Wow.
Well, like I said, if the only thing that would leave me speechless really at WrestleMania would be Rock winning,
I think that'll leave a lot of people speechless.
and not necessarily in a
Because
bad,
now remember,
in a bad way.
it's not
just
in
I don't
Florida.
know.
It's not in Florida. It's in New Jersey.
Right.
Not hometown of Rock, but probably still.
I think that he'd still get a pretty bigger.
Oh, he's gonna get
bigger pop than
react.
Cena.
I think Ziggler is gonna be the big one. Because now we're in smart territory.
AJ.
Yeah,
Lee.
but it would be.
AJ Lee's gonna
Del
get a
Rio.
big pop.
AJ Lee will get the biggest pop of the night.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Yeah, because Rob will account for about half of that pop.
I'll also punch people. I'll throw elbows. People were cheering for if she ends up in a match, which she won't. Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
it looks like anybody not cheering for her is getting an elbow.
I'm
Just-
gonna cheer for her.
Just I'm not talking about
Oh.
you. You're getting an elbow for another.
You're gonna have to elbow a lot of
Just-
girls though, because apparently girls.
No, it's
hate-
okay. That's okay. They can
girls
hate all they want
hate
because I'll just
AJ Lee.
I'll just say you're just jealous, and that'll be worth it. And then just start elbowing guys.
Man,
What
just-
about the
There
kid?
won't even. You
all
know what?
the
There won't even
things,
be
like-
guys not cheering for AJ. It'll just be girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll just be girls.
Well, it'll be the smarks and the geeks and the nerds and all that
Who
kind of
think
stuff.
they will
This is
ever have
that
a chance
territory.
that-
This is smart territory.
They're
man.
all gonna be on her side, and only the girls will be against her.
Yeah.
It'll be just like the sort of
like
just
the
say they
reverse
John
John
Cena.
Cena.
in New
Reverse John
Jersey.
Cena, yeah.
Smart
we got-
territory.
you know what, you could say that about anywhere except
No,
the
not
South.
really. Well, no.
Except the
it's,
South
it's
and
big
Midwest.
here. It's
Yeah.
big in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's big in New York.
The northern
Well,
region.
Smarks always come out for
Yeah.
full force for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know?
How
But
many
it's-
smarks we got to see during?
I know of one that
It,
voyage.
it really does seem though it's the northern regions where the Smarks
It is.
are.
Yeah.
At least in America, it's the northern region. That's all
I
smart.
I
The rest of the
I
countries.
can't stand our fans. I really can't.
I can't.
I really like it when they go to, let's say, England. That crowd is always awesome.
What, for TNA?
No, for WWE.
WWE.
When they go to England, they know. I mean, they're awesome. They really are. Those shows are always more lively than the ones over here.
What about Japan though?
That's tough.
They never go to Japan.
No, they have.
They have.
I'm
I
not
do
saying
remember.
they never have. I'm saying generally they never go.
You
to
hardly
Japan.
ever see a Raw
Yeah.
on Japan.
When they do, it's all. It
Right.
seems to be all
Tour.
John Cena marks.
right. It's the same. You know, the whole
No,
Hogan
that's
effect.
but that's
Yeah.
why I think they keep like Yoshitatsu and
just for them.
You know,
For
I
them.
want to say this, and this is completely irrelevant to anything. I never noticed that Yoshitatsu has a mullet. For all intents and purposes, I never noticed it until
I didn't notice either. actually.
Until I watched. I mean, recently he had.
They're bringing back the mullet.
He had
Don't you know?
red.
I don't understand why people make fun of the mullet.
I love the mullet.
He's got the red highlight in the front, and he has like a ponytail, and it's really really long by comparison to the front, and that's technically a mullet.
I think I'm
And
I
I never
grow
noticed
a mullet.
I'd like to see that.
I'm gonna grow.
You
a
should
mullet.
grow it out for WrestleMania.
I've thought about growing a mullet.
You have?
At this point, I could do it. Just
You
buzz
can.
the top.
Yeah, you can. You can do
Just
it already.
buzz the top off and just leave
And
my
you know what-
long locks.
You know what's telling me I wanted to grow a mullet? When I watched the 1994 Royal Rumble
And all the mullets.
and all those mullets.
Razor
I'm saying-
Ramon.
I said to
Shawn
myself,
Michaels.
there's, you know what?
Diesel.
There was nothing wrong with a mullet in 1994. There's
No.
nothing wrong with
A
a
lot of
mullet
people had
in
it.
2013.
When Eddie died, I wanted to grow a mullet.
Eddie
In
had a
memoir,
mullet. Chris
right?
Benoit. Oh, sorry.
I mean, just to
Well,
Chris Benoit. I'm saying it. Chris Benoit had a mullet.
but not. Yeah.
not a super mullet, not
Yeah.
like
Not like
Big
Eddie's.
Daddy Cool's.
Eddie's,
That was an awesome
Eddie's had a good
mullet.
mullet. Eddie had a good mullet.
We should do a segment called "Cool Hairdos" for wrestlers.
Hey.
Cool mullet.
And the worst haircuts.
But I noticed it also. I was watching. I told you guys Royal Rumble 2011 last night.
Uh-huh.
Weird, I know, for no reason.
Yeah.
And I noticed Yoshitatsu was in it with his mullet.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
Well, 2011 was John's favorite Royal Rumble, right? Where Del Rio won.
Shut up.
Final two competitors.
But no, because you said Yoshitatsu in regards to the Japanese friend.
No,
that's why
you're
I
right.
brought it up. Not
Because they
insulting the
don't-
guy. I
think
just
of-
never
think about
noticed.
it.
Yeah.
They don't have any real Japan wrestlers
Tensei.
anymore. Tensei. Really?
Prince Tensei thing.
Relax.
He counts. He counts. He absolutely counts.
No, he doesn't.
His
He
theme song is in Japanese.
Silly. Now it's gonna be mixed in with Brodus Clay now.
Oh, man.
They're gonna be coming dancing to the ring
Somebody
now.
call my Tensei.
Everybody knows they're gonna completely give up on Tensei's theme
Somebody call my Albert. Somebody call my Albert.
and just they're both gonna come out to Brodus Clay's music.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta pick one guy's
Which
music.
blows.
It's gonna be Brodus Clay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's looking like a.
Did you see his shovel move?
Yes.
That was unbelievable. He did it so well. It came out of nowhere, and I just I gained a lot of respect for him. I really did. I am a big. That's how I'm gonna go. They need to come out with a Prince Tensei train shirt.
They
for
will.
WrestleMania. Yeah, I'll either go with that or the Cody Rhodes mustache shirt.
Why don't you just make a shirt?
Yeah, why don't you just make a shirt?
Just go to a
What's
mall.
a website?
I don't know.
I gotta find out.
Go to a mall.
Go to the
try
mall.
I'm gonna
things.
do.
No, you should go to a website, but
I'm gonna get him doing the shovel. Just that's gonna be awesome. I don't know why that wasn't our picture on our main event review.
why don't you make it this picture now?
We should make it this picture for today.
Because it doesn't look like we're gonna have any other picture.
No.
If you could find it, you should do it.
We're gonna have a little preview of what we discussed on Friday, and we were gonna talk about we're gonna choose get a group of wrestlers, put them in a bag, and pick one out, but.
And
We're
picked
gonna
Scott
start,
Steiner.
and we picked Scott Steiner to start off this,
I don't want to say
this
shortly
silly
because
segment.
I'm not saying that this is gonna end the show. I just want to get it out of the way. Nobody commented on who would win.
They're not watching this deep into the show. You got to put that in the beginning.
You have
I
to
keep
watch-
forgetting. I remember toward the end.
So put it in for tomorrow.
Forget it. We should just put it in the description. Just put that question out there.
I'll see if that works.
Who would win?
VK.
I mean, people don't
VKM.
read. People don't read anyway.
Yeah, people
but
don't know how to read anymore. They really don't.
VKM or
we were gonna make a picture, right? Weren't we gonna make a picture and put it as the picture
Of
You
what?
should.
Of what? Of what?
of VKM versus DX?
Yeah, I'll
That's
look.
probably
I'll
the
start
only
looking for a
way. The
picture today.
only way we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
The answer.
Anyway,
Just a whole show dedicated to who would win.
Scott Steiner. Any words of
Oh, we're doing that today.
yeah? Well,
Oh,
we're gonna wait a little
Completely
preview. A little
unaware.
preview.
I was
I'm
not
unprepared.
prepared for this.
But
The
wow.
Steiner recliner.
I love
The
I love
Frankensteiner.
everything about Scott Steiner.
I loved everything Scott Steiner from like
Big Papa
1992 to like 1998. Then 1998 on.
Freak
It was
Zilla.
It
horrible.
was perfect.
Freak
It was
Zilla.
horrible.
1998 on was the pinnacle of his
Horrible. It was not the pinnacle of his
career.
career.
He had his best promos.
He had muscles on his muscles on his muscles.
He
Which
had
is
his-
physically
Because he
impossible.
works out so hard.
His best matches
I was actually thinking
and his best feuds.
that maybe he has that. I don't think I've said it on here. I've said it before though. I think he had a muscle tear.
I'm sure he has.
And that's why his muscle looks like that. Because we worked with a guy. He tore his bicep. And his arm looked like that. Whenever he would like go to pick something up, it's because he tore his muscle.
So he has muscles on his muscles because of a tear?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it balls up like that. Like if you make a muscle, it balls up.
Yeah.
But it's connected to
The
the rest of
largest
your arm.
arms in the world.
But when it's torn off the bone, it just moves up.
No, you're right.
So
right.
I think that
Here's
maybe
the-
not a full tear, but I'm pretty sure he tore something.
So that's what he was putting in girls' faces when he would flex, and he's like, "Kiss that baby, kiss the baby."
I remember the rumor was that he had a tennis ball implanted in his arm. And I'm thinking, as a kid,
maybe.
like,
Hold on,
maybe it's crazy enough.
Let's
to
start
work.
with the beginning of his career.
But then he puts his arm down, and where's the tennis ball?
He
go?
started off in the WWF, you know, with
Rick
Steiner
Was
Brothers.
it the WF or was it the WWF?
It was the WWF.
It wasn't the 3 W's?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Are you positive?
I think so.
He
So
and
you're
Rick Steiner had a funny theme song. I forgot how it went.
Oh my God. You keep going. I'm going to get the theme song.
And it was just really interesting because
This was possibly the pinnacle of tag team wrestling.
possibly, you know, I did.
Because it's
One
just
thing that
dwindled
I-
so far.
One thing that I always enjoy is tag teams that with two members that look like they go together.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know it sounds kind of weird, but I always did like, let's say, matching attire, matching
The Rockers,
Yeah, I mean the
the
Rockers,
Hardys, the Dudleys.
right? Just somebody,
Edge
a
and
tag
Christian.
team, yeah, a tag team. Well, even Edge and Christian, maybe even a little less. Although they are one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I just like the teams where you just needed one name for them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
the Hardys, the
No,
Dudleys.
yeah, unlike
the
Edge
Rockers.
and Christian.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I liked it when you just had
Batista and
one
Rey
name.
Mysterio.
Yeah, I hated those. And it's funny because
Bo Dallas and Michael McGillis.
Is this it?
I don't remember the drum solo being that long.
Yeah, no, right?
There was another one that went. Beow, 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 beow. I don't know. It was just a really weird song. They came out to it in the Royal Rumble that we watched a few weeks ago. But yeah, I liked Rick Steiner because he looked like a bulldog, and but then once
Gremlin.
there it is. That's what I'm talking about. It's such a good song, and that's why they were good. I'm really unprepared for this Scott Steiner segment,
And me too.
but
That's how he rolls.
Yep, that's
He
how I
springs
roll.
stuff up on us the last minute. We should just
Because you were a jerk
just
before.
stonewall.
I could have
just
written.
stonewall him. Be like, you go on, John.
I
You
refuse
talk
to
about
talk.
it.
I can talk about
But
Scott
I
Steiner.
wouldn't do that with Scott Steiner though. He's too.
Here, let's see you talk about Scott Steiner. Put the computer away and then talk about
I
him.
have nothing on. I have Lords of
I don't
Pain
know
on.
that.
I have Lords of Pain on.
Really? You want to plug another website?
Yes, I will. Cause
I want to plug a website. CAWS.WS.
No.
Yes,
I have.
forum.
Here's a.
Skip the regular website. Just get to the forum. Get all in-depth spoilers. It's a wide wrestling array community. Huge IC. You want to talk about Smarks?
That's
No, I
Mark
don't.
Central.
Well, that's somewhere else in Jersey. Because we're living in the kingdom.
Okay.
The Smart Kingdom.
Hey, Prince of the Smarks. I don't know what you're laughing at.
Shut up.
Me and Aunt, we're just living in the kingdom.
No, you're part of the smart people too.
Yeah, that's why we're living in the kingdom.
I'm
But
not
we're
a
not the
Smark.
king or prince.
I'm not a smart.
There's a lot of there's a lot of good creator wrestlers, creators on the website. Some good moveset makers. Check it out.
I have. It's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It's where I get most of my
About Scott
information.
Steiner, you guys were talking about the pinnacle of the tag division. At
I'm
one
saying
point.
that time period.
It could be.
Yeah, the
It
Bulldogs.
was one of the great
The
parts.
Bulldogs,
of
the Heart Foundation,
Yeah.
whatever variation you want of the Heart Foundation, because there's a lot.
There is. Also, when I went to WCW, I mean
The
they
Nasty
also,
Boys.
They had the Nasty
There you
Boys. Who else was in the tag division in WCW at the time?
I can't remember the names.
All I remember
The Harlem,
Heat.
Harlem, yeah.
Harlem Heat. You had
Sting and Luger.
Sting and Luger.
The Outlaws.
Yeah.
I mean the Outsiders.
Okay, the Wolfpack. Well, no, that was more
Not
of
the
a stable.
Outsiders. Just,
Yeah, the Outsiders.
But still, at that point, Scott Steiner wasn't that, big muscle-wise.
yeah, he got that in,
From like
in
1986 to
I
1997.
want to know what happened to him.
He was always a thick guy, though.
Yeah.
He just
But not
wasn't
like
that
that.
defined.
He had a mullet, though.
He had a mullet,
He had a
yeah.
mullet.
But that's what I don't understand is what happened to him
I don't know.
in his life that he went from
He evolved.
that,
He evolved.
or did he devolve?
Well,
into that.
His wrestling devolved and his promo cutting skills evolved. His promo skills skyrocketed.
Like if you use the brothers, Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, Rick Steiner, even if he evolved or devolved, however you want to look at him, didn't deviate that far away from the Steiner brothers.
Yeah, he still
wore the headgear.
Mhm.
He still had basically the same look.
Yeah.
But then you see Scott, and it's like he went
And, like,
crazy.
That's not the same guy. is
He
it?
went insane.
Yeah. Cut off the mullet, bleached his hair.
Yeah.
Uh,
Started working out way too rigorously.
clearly without the use of steroids.
Yes, exactly
Okay.
my point.
So this is Scott Steiner from the past.
I can't see it.
You can't see it. And he looks
I don't
so-
know what happened. Like,
Scott
I'm
Steiner
saying.
looks
That's
like
him.
And look at Rick Steiner.
Look at Rick Steiner.
Even later on, he looks the
He
same.
still looks
and
the
it's
same.
funny because you look at these old pictures of Scott Steiner. He
He
looks
looks
like a
like-
happy guy.
He looked and now he looks miserable.
He looks like he's pissed off all
Now-
the
all
time.
the time.
We got this freak of nature.
It's Freakzilla. Big Papa Pump.
What?
The big bad booty daddy.
What happened?
He
forever.
got better at everything he was doing already. Scott,
So-
he improved in every way.
Good God, no.
He did.
Every way,
Good
shape,
God,
and form.
no. So from 1999, they pushed him to be a champion
Uh-huh.
at one
And it
point.
never
It
happened.
Never worked.
That's terrible. I think they missed an opportunity there.
Wait,
I
drugs.
think they would have had an awesome
He
time.
was certainly a character. I'll give you that.
Yes.
We'll get to what I want to talk about in a minute. About
I never got my wish of WrestleMania ending with Scott Steiner holding the belt.
Oh,
as
yeah.
champion.
Did they ever do a feud, Scott and Rick?
Scott and Rick Steiner?
Yeah, they did in WCW.
Which means nobody saw it.
Because you know why? They brought up you got.
Yeah, I think they did it at a point where nobody was really watching. It didn't
Well,
happen.
at one point they had to get Chucky.
Oh yeah, I
I
remember that now.
They had to get Chucky out of all people because at one point they were doing this mysterious laugh that would lead up to Halloween Havoc.
And it was Chucky.
And it was Chucky. And I was like, who's doing this laugh? And at the point, Rick Steiner was in the ring. And he was cutting a promo on his brother. And all of a sudden the laugh comes up and it's Chucky. And he's telling him if you like go near Scott Steiner, he's like going to kill him or something like that. Not kill him, but, like something bad's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. The whole thing was stupid.
What does that have to do with them feuding with each
I
other?
have no idea.
He's just bringing that up because that
No, I want to
seems
see
to
it.
have happened.
No, I want to see it.
Oh,
That,
God.
that seems.
Not now. I'm
Okay.
saying I want to see the whole build up. I wish they would make that.
I guess it's
available
just
somewhere.
the generic tag team imploding and then fighting each other.
Generic tag team. Obviously, now he went off to a singles career
Mm-hmm.
from 2000 to 2007,
Now.
2008
And
now.
all he did was
Well, eventually he got back together with Rick Steiner.
If you do it on a one-off, it doesn't really count. Because I remember him going into TNA, Rick Steiner, and he was there for a couple shows.
Let's talk about when he was on Raw. His promos.
His feud with
All he did was get better.
Evolution was terrible.
His
No.
promos were ridiculous.
they were great, ridiculously good.
Big Papa Pump You Hooker.
That's why they had to bury him, right?
Next
That's why
heavyweight
they had to
champion
bury
of the world.
Scott Steiner because he was showing everybody
He
up.
was showing everyone up. He was so good that they had to say, we got to put the brakes on this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's so much better than everybody else in the company,
Yeah.
including Shawn Michaels.
It was horrendous.
That they needed to.
How many times did Triple H beat him?
Well, again,
With the aid of Evolution,
It
not
Right.
one-on-one.
exactly.
was bad. It was bad. And then he went to TNA.
And he got better.
Yeah, Main Event Mafia. Come on,
He got better. It had a phenomenal
Him
feud
and his
with
feud
Bobby
with Joe.
Lashley.
Joe.
With
God.
Samoa Joe.
Joe.
Samoa Joe.
And,
Hey, fatty.
and you know,
Fatty.
nobody sells like Scott Steiner.
Oh,
God.
Ow.
Oh God.
Just whenever you see Scott Steiner on the floor. You reach for his shoulder and go, ow!
No.
I feel his pain. It hurts.
It hurts. The pain in his shoulder and his muscles on his muscles hurt.
Yeah. I mean, oh man, it's tough to watch sometimes. But I know he's going to be okay.
On a scale.
Because he's a strong man.
Do you like the Scott Steiner from
He's so
back
vascular.
then? Or do you like the
All
Scott
those
Steiner
veins.
now?
Then as in with the black long hair?
Yes.
Now. I like the Scott
brown?
Steiner of now.
I love
brown mullet?
the Scott Steiner back then. I love. This
I,
Scott
I,
Steiner sucks.
I think he was much better teaming with his brother.
I don't know what
Definitely.
you're talking about.
Definitely. They had some great tag team matches together, you know?
And I don't know
It just
what...
works.
I don't even know what to say about the current Steiner.
Current Steiner?
He leaves you speechless. Because he's incredible.
If you had to grade his performance, what'd you give him?
Huh?
If you had to grade his performance...
Overall or
yeah,
now?
overall.
I mean, it's been so long with what he's doing now.
I
and
say
brings
it's...
back-
it's tough
brings
to
down
really...
the average.
Yeah, it's so tough to grade. Like
I say...
because
well,
clearly the
It's two
first...
different
If you go-
guys.
if
It's
you go-
obviously two different
Isn't
guys.
it?
It's
It's
two
like two different guys.
If you're
because
going from back then, I'd give him like a B.
I'd go from back then F and to now A.
Flip it.
You're off my
I
show.
think you just flip it.
Yeah,
No,
flip it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why,
Flip it.
I know exactly what I'm talking
Those
about.
are two very good extremes,
Obviously,
though.
Scott Steiner in the past wasn't good enough to be on his own, so he needed his brother. And
Are
then
you
when he
saying
went,
that? Are you saying his brother would have been better on his own?
possibly
No.
I honestly, I've said I call from tag teams.
Scott Steiner is
who
the
would
one.
make it as a singles competitor.
Scott
and
Steiner's the one who
my
carried
pick
that
would
team.
have been Rick.
Scott carried that team.
Anyway, he's
Steiner
just
retired.
joking.
The Frankensteiner.
I don't know what about.
I will
this,
say, though,
what about this makes it seem like I'm joking?
Yeah.
Why
really serious,
why
get
can't
off
my
my
opinion
show.
be valid?
Yeah.
Do that.
You did this when I predicted 3MB would win the Royal Rumble.
Eagle Eye. He said get off his show, so I guess that means you leave and take your computer.
Oh, you mean stop recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Show's over, I
horrible.
guess.
You're horrible. But that's how I see it. B to all the way at F minus.
I
mean,
want to say B. I'm gonna say B and B
B&B.
because as a team,
as a team,
you
he was
couldn't
good.
compare. You couldn't compare. If you want to say, because there were some other teams back then that everyone's forgotten about, so they
Beat
certainly
Nasty
weren't
Boys.
average. People still remember the Nasty Boys. So B. I mean, I'm not gonna say they were A. They weren't like the Road Warriors or anything.
And what about Scott Steiner now?
Scott Steiner now at least is a very
skilled,
flamboyant character.
skilled.
Not flamboyant like Rico, but you obviously remember him. You take notice of him. No matter for whatever reason, you're remembered.
I would say that my dream feud would be Scott Steiner and the Ultimate Warrior.
I'm done.
Scott Steiner now?
Scott Steiner now and the Ultimate Warrior. Can you imagine those promos?
You know why that wouldn't
Oh,
work?
yeah.
Scott Steiner just rambling
Stupid!
about everything, and then Warrior is responding with like raging elephants and cockpits and airplanes on fire or something. I think it'd be a great
Scott Steiner. Tear down
Exactly.
his door. Scott Steiner. Assume the
feud.
controls.
You'll probably have Scott
Alright.
Steiner making fun of his face paint or something or whatever, or the tassels on his arms.
They're just
maybe.
insulting his intelligence.
Yes.
You look stupid! I can just
Stupid.
imagine that over and over again for some reason.
Stupid. But yeah, I would
Oh,
say
the matches. Oh, how amazing was Dopey.
One WrestleMania match. That's all you need.
Iron Man match, main event WrestleMania, between Scott Steiner and the
Who would
Ultimate
win?
Warrior.
bathroom break.
Who would win?
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna take an hour long.
Yeah, an hour-long bathroom break.
It would be a tie, and both their hands would be raised.
You gotta pick one.
I go with Ultimate Warrior.
I go with Ultimate Warrior too.
Then I go with Scott Steiner. Obviously, it's
Just to be
Scott
different?
Steiner. No, just because I know he'd win.
No, because you know why? Because Ultimate Warrior
If
has
you
that.
replace Ultimate Warrior with
Get the
Scott
Warrior
Steiner,
Nation.
He's got the Warrior Nation.
It's really like the Spirit Bomb. It's really like the Spirit Bomb.
Steiner's got the Freakzillas.
He's
got the freaks
But does Scott Steiner have power?
and his peaks.
No. Does Scott Steiner have power? No.
He has his
Remember
strength. He has his
remember
muscles.
Remember what Ultimate Warrior did to Vince McMahon?
He's the big bad.
Who did that?
Remember what Ultimate Warrior did to Vince?
Nobody remembers what Ultimate Warrior did to Vince.
I think everyone does.
I don't.
You don't remember?
Nobody remembers.
Well, I think it was SummerSlam, I believe. And Ultimate Warrior wanted
Oh, you're
more
talking.
money.
Oh, that? I thought you meant he did something on screen.
No. No, he wanted more money. That's why I'm saying that Ultimate Warrior would win, just because he has more push.
Does he now have more push though?
Oh, definitely not, but...
That's...
We're talking about now.
Now, oh my
There's
god.
two guys getting in the ring.
I think Scott Steiner... None of them would have,
Pick
anything to
one.
say.
Current. Both current. Ultimate Warrior, Scott Steiner. Who wins?
Scott Steiner.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Scott Steiner would so win. I don't know what you guys are
Ultimate
watching.
Warrior. But anyway, that's pretty much our take on Scott Steiner. He had a
There's so much
great
more.
career.
I can honestly tell you.
If you had more time.
Yeah. I really wish I had more time.
We should just ignore what
You have more time. Go ahead. Talk about how
I'm
great he
I'm
is.
going to have to talk about Scott Steiner every episode
What we need
from
to
here
do
on out.
is just ignore what he says and just do our own thing. That's what I do, and look how entertaining I am.
You're not entertaining. You
I
are
call him out.
Suck job.
I tell him he sucks, and it's entertaining.
Suck job.
I don't go along with any of his ideas.
You just did.
It was just because I know Ant-Man likes Scott Steiner.
Everybody has that list of best people who were never world champion. Scott Steiner tops my list.
Thank God he wasn't.
He is tops my list.
So we can just hear, ow, no,
Ow.
ha.
That's what we needed.
Big Papa Pump your hookup.
He is your hookup.
No, he's not.
And the next heavyweight
The champion
champion
of the world. So, thank God Scott Steiner's out of the way.
No.
Is he out of the way though?
Yes, he's out of the way.
He'll be back.
Putting him in the notebook and marking him off as a check as we've done him as a wrestler.
Your notebook means nothing.
Notebook means something. I have notes in here.
caws.ws/forum.
LordsOfPain.net.
Really?
Check it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
If you're gonna plug your stupid thing, might as well plug their stupid thing.
That is so dumb. I'm actually a part of the community on the website. You just go on there and come up with ideas that they've already come up with and read it on
They have a
the
forum.
program. Are you on the forum?
They have a
What's
forum.
your username? You don't know your own username?
No, I do not.
Because you don't have one. You can't sign. Make sure he doesn't sign up for one.
I think he's signing up.
I know they have a forum.
Okay, so you're not part of it. I'm on the forum.
Then I'll sign up for your forum then.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
You won't.
Just to prove you're
You
wrong.
won't be active on the forum anyway.
If I have something to say, I'll say
You
it.
won't say anything.
He's such a jerk.
You won't put any effort into anything. You're not gonna make a username or
Here's-
anything of that.
What I want to say, that people should start writing to whatever company makes WWE toys, and
Mattel?
Mattel. Is it Mattel?
I think so.
And get them to start making wrestling toys in scale. There's no reason
Oh, like with,
Rey
with
Mysterio.
the WCW thing, right?
Yes, there's no
Alright,
reason
yeah.
Rey Mysterio and the Great Khali should be the same size. Start working on scale because as a
think they
kid,
have a sort of scale on that.
it's
I think when it's that extreme, there's a scale.
I do know the Kane is pretty big, but I don't know. It's just I remember as a
But like
kid,
the John Cena's and Miz's and all that are all the same size,
right?
all the same height.
And the WWE and stop giving everybody 6-packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? They
Okay?
all have six packs.
Stop it.
You know, if it's an action figure,
No.
I guess I don't care. But stop putting it in the games.
Oh, the 6-packs in the games,
I
right?
mean, they
only one who-
haven't done it with certain guys,
The only
but
one who-
most of them have 6-packs.
Yeah, I remember in the
Was it Matt Hardy?
was it All Stars?
Well, All Stars was different.
No, but that's funny because everybody had a 6-pack except for Roddy Piper.
And Andre the Giant? He
Yeah,
didn't have one either.
he was foul. But like in
Which
scales,
Why did Roddy Piper not?
because he's
But his finisher was awesome in that game.
yeah, it was.
He snapped your neck.
That's very funny.
I remember the first time I saw that.
I know. Was it when we went to?
WrestleMania? The WrestleMania thing? Yes!
That was
I
pretty
was
funny. It just.
I played that game for like 2 hours.
I know you played it all day.
I kept taking
You
on
played
challengers.
every round. You played
Because
every
no one else
round.
wanted the controller. I'm like, alright, I'll play again. This
Yeah.
is fun. It's still fun for me. It's still fun for me, damn it.
This
And
is-
then they got tired. Somebody take the controller away from him.
Wait, but do you still have the game?
Yeah.
Why don't we play it?
I don't know.
We gotta play it. I want to play it again.
You know what? I need more money so I can get all the DLC that they put out for it.
Oh.
Do you?
Which they might actually.
You should bring it
get
next
rid of.
time, so we can play it as we're recording.
We should record at my place.
That would be a good idea.
Oh,
And I'll
there's a
invite
quick Just a real quick thing. They took a survey
Yeah, what's
about the WWE Network, and how much?
Oh,
would you
the channel they were supposed to have?
How much would you guys pay for it? And they came out with
I wouldn't pay for a specific
5
channel.
5 different prices.
They should just put it on a certain
$12.99, $16.99, $19.99, $24.99, or $29.99.
None of them.
I'd pay $12.99.
I wouldn't pay for any of that. I think that it should just be included in my cable with my cable provider.
What?
Just like any other channel, Fox, ESPN.
Yeah, but they want money. Then what's the point of?
Then they can go out of business.
That's what advertisers.
That's
are
right. Protest WWE
That's
TV.
why they have advertisements during WWE programming. That's how
Don't
you
get
make
their
money.
channel so that it'll be liquidated, and
Wasn't the channel supposed to be out like 2 years ago anyway?
something like that, and so that we can get our material back on YouTube, or
Correct.
just keep watching on Daily Motion.
Correct. You're right. I think that's gonna.
There's no reason that we should be charged to watch old wrestling matches.
Yeah.
No, you're right on that point. But there are. I would watch old matches again.
No, I would. I just don't think I would. Pay.
It's almost like how they have programming on Hulu.
Yeah,
I
but they
don't
cut half of the stuff out.
I don't personally know anybody that subscribes to Hulu.
I do.
You're ruining this. But
Sorry.
I don't see why you would pay any sort of money
Right.
to watch the things on Hulu.
Me neither. There's always another place to watch.
Yeah.
It. And we're not
It's
saying
like YouTube is free.
Right.
You go on there, unless you're partnered with them.
Yep.
No one's making money on anything. So I don't understand why you can't use certain music or photos or whatever in your
You're
programming or maybe if it's like a snuff film, I understand that getting taken down or some sort of adult
material
thing, but they already have where you have to sign up, like be a user
Be
and
18
prove that
years
you're
old, yeah.
over 18. But the point is, I don't know why you would pay to use Hulu to watch, especially if you're a wrestling fan and you just want to watch one show.
Right.
You're really gonna pay money for that when you can watch essentially Raw or SmackDown or Saturday Morning Slam or Main Event for free.
I don't know who they think they're kidding, really. I really don't.
It's silly. It really is.
Well, what's silly is paying for Hulu.
No, it's ridiculous. Who would?
You just said you do.
I know. I know one person that does.
You can't have the argument if you're the person that does it.
I don't, but I don't.
Right? Who would do it? Well,
The
you
one
just
person
said
I
you
know.
do.
The one person I know.
You just said you do. So you.
But it's I don't have it. I would never pay. That's ridiculous.
You
But
just said you paid
plus,
for it.
what are you talking? I know a person who does. I never said me.
Didn't he say?
You moron.
Didn't he say it was him?
You said it was you.
No, I said I know someone who does.
Alright, well, it's on here. So we'll hear it.
Alright, fine. I never said it was me, though.
We'll find out. We'll find out when this is uploaded.
Fine, and then you'll be... I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry for...
John, why are you apologizing to yourself already?
No, you're going to
I
be
mean, you should be apologizing
to me. I'm
to
doing
yourself
you the
for
favor already.
paying for Hulu.
I'm doing you the
Jiggle
favor. Doing you the favor. So, we're going to wrap it for today.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Like hip hop?
Yes.
Like a Christmas
Hip-hop.
present? Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Oh,
We'll have the Raw review tomorrow. Good God, I hope Raw's good tonight. And hope we see Ziggler and AJ back. Please.
Yes.
Well, thanks to
More
Time Warner,
AJ.
I probably can't watch it, so I bet Ziggler cashes in the Money in the Bank today. I get,
You know what? It's gonna be the best Raw.
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
the
it's
best
gonna
Raw
be the
ever.
greatest
3
Raw
years.
because I'm not gonna get to watch it, and this sucks ass.
Sorry, Ant. Sorry, Ant Man. So I'm John.
No, it's
This is
the
it.
eagle-eyed Ant-Man.
The
Eagle Eye
This is the
Ant-Man,
Eagle Man.
sorry.
Eagle-eyed Ant-Man.
And Rob will be here tomorrow and
Real man.
Wednesday, unfortunately. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.